Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about pronouns, and it's part of English language. This is a very important component because it's part of your grammar, and grammar is very important. So let's go to the next one. So for lesson outline, today we're going to watch a video first. Then we're going to talk about pronouns, followed by a little quiz at the end. Don't worry, it's going to be short. So stay tuned. Okay, this is about Schoolhouse Rock, and I shall start the video then.
Named Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla, and I could say that Rufus found a kangaroo that followed Rufus home, and now that kangaroo belongs to Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla. Whew, I could say that, but I don't have to, because I got pronouns. I can say he found a kangaroo that followed him home, and now it is his. You see, he, him, and his are pronouns replacing the noun. Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla, a very proper noun, and it is a pronoun replacing the noun kangaroo. How common. Now Rufus has a sister named Raffaella Gabriella Sarsaparilla. If she found a kangaroo, I'd say to you, she found a kangaroo that followed her home, and now it is hers. But I can't say that, because she found an aardvark that fell in love with her, and they're so happy. And my name's Albert Andreas Samadilla, no relation to the sarsaparillas. Because of pronouns I can say, I wish she would find a rhinoceros for me, and we'd be happy. You see, a pronoun was made to take the place of a noun, cause saying all those nouns over and over can really wear you down. Now I could tell you Raffaella Gabriella and Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla and Albert Andreas Armadillo found an aardvark, a kangaroo, and a rhinoceros. And now that aardvark and that kangaroo and that rhinoceros belong respectively to Raffaella Gabriella Sarsaparilla and Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla and Albert Andreas Armadillo. Because of pronouns I can say in this way, we found them and they found us, and now they are ours, and we're so happy. Thank you, pronoun. You see, a pronoun was made to take the place of a noun, cause saying all those nouns over and over can really wear you down. Sometimes when we take them all on the bus, people really raise a fuss. They start shouting out a lot of pronouns at us, like, who brought that rhinoceros on this bus, and what made that horrible noise, and which one of them getting off first? What and which are special pronouns that can ask a question in a sense where you do not know the name of the noun. But I know, I have mine and she has hers, and he has his and you have yours. They love us and we love them, what's ours is theirs. That's how it is with friends and pronouns. You are really friends, yeah, cause saying all those nouns over and over can really wear you down.
Okay, the video is talking about pronouns, and without pronouns, it really wears you down. So today we're going to talk about what is a pronoun. You see some examples of that, you're not sure, but we're going to go through that. What is the function of a pronoun, and what are some examples of a pronoun? Okay, first of all, in order to talk about pronouns, you're going to talk about nouns. So basically, what does pronouns do? If you see all the videos, I think you maybe catch some part. They are actually what they do to a noun is very simply, they kick them out, get pronouns. Basically, they just replace nouns. Otherwise, the nouns will be too long and it really wears you down. So over here, that pronouns come in different variety. Let's talk about first variety, which is personal pronouns. Personal pronouns, when we talk about personal nominative pronouns, we can use that as a subject of a sentence, such as I for first person. Plural, you have we. Second person is you, plural, so you. But in olden days, we call it ye for singular, for second person. Okay. For third person, you have he, she, it's singular. Plural, you have they. As you see in the video, they love us and we love them. Personal objective pronoun, you see on the left. Objective, make sure that they are like objects. Basically, there are different kind of objects. There are direct objects, indirect objects, and objects of prepositions. When I say she loves me, if you see the first person singular, she loves me. Me is an object of what she loves. So there you go, singular First person, you have me, you have plural, you have us. Second person, you have you and you again. Third person, you have him, her, it, and them. Okay, third one, from possessive pronouns. Possessive, the word comes from possess, when you own something. Okay, so it refers to ownership or relationship. So in this case, you have my, this is my watch, this is mine, this is our, this is ours. Ours. Okay? So the plural of mine is ours. Of this is your watch, this is yours. This is the plural, so your and yours. You have third person, his, her, hers, and its. Or his, you don't have his. Their and theirs. So reflexive and intensive, this is interesting. So you gotta pay attention here. So reflexive come from the word reflect. You reflect on yourself. Intensive, make it more intense. Is that obvious? So intensive and reflexive, later we'll go through a few examples and you can get a better idea. What are examples of them? For myself, okay, it's a reflexive / intensive. For plural, you have ourselves. For second person, you have yourself and yourselves with the S at the back. Third person, you have himself, herself, and itself. Plural, you have themselves. Let's take a look. If you try to be funny and try himself, there's no such things. Same for their selves. If you ask me why, because English language, they don't have it yet. Correct way of expression is himself and themselves. So do not use them. When I say they have the same form, basically they look the same. When you write them the same, you have the same words. How do you tell the difference between them? So the question is that you remove the pronoun, omit the pronoun. If the meaning stays the same, the pronoun is an intense because it makes it more intense. If you don't, just take a look at the next one. So if I say Zheng Hong designed the costume himself, you see, this is an intensive. Why? Because if I remove himself, Zheng Hong designed the costume, it has exactly the same meaning. There's no change. By adding himself, it intensifies the meaning. It emphasizes on him designing the costume. There you go. It doesn't really look like him, but you get the idea. Okay, next one. Dave tried everything he could think of to free himself. So in this case, if you remove himself, something is missing. Dave tried everything he could think of to free you, him, anyone. So you realize that himself cannot be removed without losing the meaning. So this is a reflexive. That's simple. Okay, so demonstrative pronoun. This is another kind of demonstrative pronouns which editing likes to test. This is one favorite component of editing. And you can really expect this to come out. They point out a particular person, place, thing, or idea. You have this, that, these. THESE is the plural of THIS. And those, which is the plural of that. So these are called demonstrative pronouns. An example, this is my minion. That is your minion. Okay, so you have this and that. Yeah, that's really one ugly minion. Okay, interrogative. Interrogative comes from interrogate. When you interrogate someone, you ask them questions. So these pronouns are used to introduce questions. So in this case, what are you looking at? Obviously, we know what he's looking at. But in the case, the what is an interrogative pronoun. You have who, which, whose, whom, what. And one more question mark. Yeah. Let's go on to the next one, which is indefinite. Indefinite means that it's not fixed. That replace nouns that are not specifically named, means that it's not specific. Okay, let's take a look. Examples. You have singular means they refer to only one, which are another, anyone, anybody, anything, either, somebody, someone, something, everybody, neither, nobody, no one, nothing, everyone, everything, each, much, one. Then you're asking, wow, there's so much. I'm going to learn this. So one easy way that you can learn this is that look at the last word at the back. Another. Other without S at the back is singular. Anybody. Body. There's only one body. Anyone. There's only one. Anything. There's only one at the back. That thing. There's only one. There's no S. That simple. Okay. So that's one clue for you to learn that is singular. Indefinite for plural. There's for both, few, many, and several. Means that it's not specific. Refer to anyone. Indefinite pronoun, which is both singular and plural. This is the tricky one where I like to ask questions. These are the 5 ones which can refer to singular and plural at the same time. Then if you ask me, wow, tough. Well, you're right. But it doesn't mean that it's not learnable. You can actually learn this. For example, all. All, if I say all is well, basically it means everything is well, everything is okay, everything is alright. But if I say all are lost, everyone is lost, means that all the people are lost. All are lost. So you can both singular and plural. And it's a pronoun because you substitute all the words so that you don't have to say Rufus Sarsaparilla. You get the idea. Okay, let's look at Humpty Dumpty, our favorite nursery rhyme. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. So there's pronouns there actually, you guys. So all the king's horses. All the king horses. Imagine all the king horses in the name, for example, George, Mary, Washington. Well, you get the idea. Then you don't really need to say that, okay, use all. So relative pronoun. Relative pronoun basically introduces a subordinate clause. Basically means that, and it's subordinate basically means that it cannot be a sentence by itself, means that it's not part of the main part of the sentence. If you look at example, you have a better idea. So such as that, which, who, whom, whose. In this case, you realize that some of the words are similar, such as interrogative who, who are you? But in this case, relative pronoun, it means that it is in a sentence where it's not asking a question. Take a look. The red Ferrari is one that I want. So in that case, it's not asking a question. Like, who is that? No, it's not. That is someone, or perhaps. Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that which is specific and refers to the red Ferrari. So the next one, antecedent. Antecedent is a very important word because if you can master this, you'll be able to spot for this and you will be avoid making these kind of mistakes. Antecedent, what is it? It's a very big word, but actually the concept is very simple. Antecedent is the noun that the pronouns replace. Remember, pronouns replace a noun. So the original noun is actually called antecedent. So take a look. Gru, which is the man in the middle, took his minions out for a walk and brought them along just in case of a battle. You hear the Star Wars. Okay, but the point is that them refers to the minion. So the original antecedent of them is, you guess it, it's minions. Okay, they are ready to fight for their master. So all this they, their, them all refers to very simply minions. Okay, next one. Pronouns and antecedent. So you read the following sentences. Can you tell me to whom the word she refers to? So if you say Sabrina competes with Shira, she answers skillfully. This is tough because she could either refer to Sabrina or it could refer to Shira. So the sentence is not clear because the word she could refer to either one of the girls. So a better way of writing this in your writing, remember, is that you have to repeat the noun or you have to rewrite the sentence. So another way of writing this is that Sabrina competes with Shira, but Sabrina answers skillfully. You realize that you actually have to repeat Sabrina and Sabrina, which is kind of defeating the purpose of saying she. But for the idea of clarity, or you have to write it this way sometimes. Take note of this when you're writing your summary as well. Okay, when you use a pronoun, you should be sure that it refers to its antecedent clearly. This be especially careful when you use the word they. So you say, they have several books about Greek myth at the library, but in this case, I'm going to ask you who in the world are they? We have no idea. So the meaning of they is unclear, so it can be improved by rewriting in this manner. Several books about myths are available at the library. So actually what you are doing here is that you remove the they. Now it's very clear. There's no they. We all know what is in the library. It's books. Okay, so using pronouns, you want to ensure they agree the antecedent. Okay, the gender may be masculine, feminine, or neutral. It's not neutral, it's neuter. Notice that how the pronouns on the next page agree with the antecedent. So take a look. Okay, the myth of Zheng En is amusing. enjoy it. So in the first sentence, myth is the antecedent of it. It's not 真的. 真的 is not it. Okay, second one. The bystander see 真的. They watch him at the room. So basically, so bystander is the antecedent of they. While 真的 is the antecedent of him. So you realize that they and him is very clear cut because 真的 couldn't be plural. So him is most definitely refers to 真的. Because this can be tricky if bystanders become bystander without the S. Then you'll be he watch him or she watch him in the room, which is totally confusing. So you must take note of this. If it's plural and singular, they agree with each other, you can tell the difference. This is my favorite part. It is the quiz. It's 5 questions and basically it's a summary of what we have learned so far. Is there such a word relaxingly? If not, what is it? Think about it. Okay, the answer is no, there's no such word. If you check the dictionary, it's called relaxedly. Yeah, there's such a word. So what is a pronoun? This should be quite clear. You've seen the video. You can actually rewind, scroll to the back and check it out again. Basically, it's a word that replaces a noun. So what will happen if there is no pronoun? So we have to say each and every noun such as Rufus, Xavier, Sasura, Pilar. Now you try saying that word. It's not very easy actually. How can we tell the difference between reflexive and intensive pronoun? Well, how can we tell? Well, the answer is we're gonna omit the pronoun. Remove the pronoun. If the meaning stays the same, it is an intensive pronoun. If the meaning become not the same, it becomes a reflexive. What's antecedent? This one should be quite clear. The noun that the pronouns original. That's right. So that's the end of our quiz, and thank you for being such a darling and listening to me. I hope you have learned something here. If not, you can always watch certain parts of the video again to clarify your understanding. So I hope you have a nice day and goodbye.